Oh no, so another YouTuber wants to write something. Thing is though, I'm not writing a book. So there's not another YouTuber book that's gonna come out on the shelf. But in my previous video, I talked about me being sick and tired all the time and, you know, other things that was keeping me from being able to film videos, which take quite a bit of effort if you're not like just holding up your iPhone in your hand and shooting around and then uploading straight to the internet. A lot of people think that doing something like this is just so easy, and depending on how you go about it, it is. Like I said, if you're just shooting on your iPhone and then uploading it straight to the internet like Snapchat or Instagram, that's pretty easy. But coming up with ideas and getting that down on paper, if you wanna plan it out a little bit, and then setting up lights, which, by the way, I don't even use my pro setup. If you haven't noticed, I've been here the whole time with my vlogging camera because, one, it's too tedious to set all this up, and, you know, I live in North Carolina. It's almost summer. It's so hot. It's humid. And I'm upstairs, which is it's like 5 to 10 degrees hotter and more humid in this room. So I was just, we're gonna sit here with this little camera, and I think it looks good. This side could probably go away. But anyways, so I've been kind of spotty with my YouTube uploads, which it hasn't hurt some of my numbers, but it just, when there's nothing new to upload, there's no new engagement. And if I want business opportunities, sponsorship opportunities, and, you know, whatnot, like, I'm someone who needs to live. This is my job. This is one of the things that I do for income. I have to make content. And it was just difficult to do that. Now, if you've been following me for quite some time, I've gone through lots of blogs since I was in high school, middle school even, maybe. I've gone through lots of websites, and I even bought a domain a year ago dedicated to just writing, but I rarely posted to that. And then I tried to write posts on my professional website, but I just didn't like having topics or written stuff on there. I just wanted that to be for speaking and sponsorship purposes, which RikkiPoynter.com, just gonna plug that in real quick. And when I'm not doing YouTube, you know, I'm doing Twitch, which you should also follow me at Rikki Poynter Plays if you like to watch video games and stuff. So when I'm not doing YouTube during the day, I'm doing Twitch at night. But that's also pretty spotty in terms of engagement because I'm new, and you know, I don't have, if I had my YouTube audience over at my Twitch, it would probably be doing a little bit better, which I need to probably try to cross them a little bit more. But, you know, that's also hit and miss. And it's different, it's completely different content than what I do on YouTube. Like there, I'm kind of just hanging out and just playing games and, you know, having little chit chats, but YouTube is different. So what could I do that was more related to my YouTube stuff, but wasn't as tedious, and it could be more easily done than what is required of doing YouTube? Writing. And before anybody's like, oh great, somebody who's never written before is trying to get into this. Well, one, like I just said, I've written articles and stuff. I worked for DTV News for about a year. I was the person who wrote the news report. So that got me thinking, try to get back into writing, but instead of buying a whole domain for myself that if I'm gonna be spotty with it, why am I paying so much money for a domain and stuff? And I just didn't like having it on my website. Why not post to Medium? Because that seems to be a little bit of a happy medium. So that's what I've been doing lately. Besides some exclusive work on Patreon, which if you want to pledge on there, exclusive written stuff is only $3 a month. So I've been posting on Medium a little bit. I mean, I've done so in the past year, but I'm trying to get back into it a little more frequently. The thing is about writing is that it can be difficult. Like my brain can find it pretty hard to get words down and make it sound the way that I want it to sound, but you know. So I'll have the link to Medium down below. So far I've written stuff about body image, and then I wrote 2 abuse child abuse pieces because it was Mother's Day, and so I haven't written a whole lot, but you know, I'm getting some ideas down on paper, and then I'm hoping to get at least one thing written a week, at least 2 things a month, which isn't a whole lot, but maybe as a starting point it might be okay. If you don't follow me on Medium, maybe consider it. So if I'm not uploading something on YouTube, I'll still have something on Medium, and then eventually I might make a YouTube video taking it from Medium and then putting it on YouTube. Here's the thing about YouTube. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Kat Black has said that. Roberto Blake has said something along the lines of that. You can't just make income off YouTube. Like, YouTube AdSense pays nothing if you're not like Lily Singh and Tyler Oakley. You know, I mean, kudos to them. That's awesome. But when you're a smaller creator that averages 1,000 views a video, not really it's YouTube can't be where your paycheck comes from, like, only comes from. So yeah, consider giving my Medium profile a follow if you will. For interest in that, link is gonna be down below. And before you go, I do have a Patreon, like I said, but I'm gonna mention it again because we're at the end screen. So it's over here, but it's also going to be down in the info box below and pinned comment. And I will see you later.